Welcome to Meta Tripping. I am doing a bonus impromptu reading for the daily energies. I'm not at all sure that I'm going to be doing this every single day, but I do have the impetus to do it today. The energies are very, very interesting. I pulled a theme card, Paradise Within, which came up for the Divine Feminine and Masculine readings. Alright, just clearing the deck. And shuffling the daily energies in the mind, body, and soul placement so we can navigate this energy. Paradise Within is a beautiful energy. In my experience with it, the process involved, at least during these ascension times, has a great deal to do with discerning where it is that we actually want to be, why, and what we need to let go of, and why, and all of that. So it's not always the easiest process. I do feel a renewed hope in the air. So we'll see how this reflects in the reading. All right, in the mind placement, under the theme of Paradise Within, in a mental 3D framework, we have the Five of Cups reversed, yay, and the Nine of Staffs reversed, or the Nine of Staffs upright. So that's a we'll take a deeper look. All right, possibilities. It jumped right off of the card energies for the Five of Cups reversed. The mind, the 3D mind, well, I don't even know if I should be calling it the 3D mind, but in relation to 3D situations that have been causing a great deal of heartache and strain and a feeling of generations deep. Generations deep was provided by Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Sense of loss, a sense of generational deep loss. What's happening right now is we're being shown the other side of the coin. And I'm getting from Spirit the question, are you ready to move forward? And I think that's what today's energies are about, because we know we're in a Pluto RX season. Pluto retrograde is, personally, and I haven't put up, or actually done the video yet, to put it up, the Pluto retrograde reading that I'm currently working on. I have been collecting information and channels and that sort of thing, and putting it to the side, and then I'll be pulling the cards probably live for that. But Pluto RX energies are, in my view, and Spirit will correct me, as Spirit tends to do if I'm off track at all with it, it's what we've put into our fear bank. What we put into our fear bank, and so here we are looking at that bank balance. This can include all kinds of things: karma, unresolved ties, things that we have to decide whether or not to continue to hold on to or let go of, things we've identified with, things that we have to, there can be riddles involved before we can move on to a next level. So recurring situations can come up that we have to not only use our heart, but also use our minds to navigate our way out of. So what we have here with the Five of Cups reversed, I feel like today Spirit has put a great deal of energy into providing us the assistance of showing us that we can have a clear path that feels good, and where our vision is clear, where our sights are set ahead of us, and we are in full possession of our sense of ability to have those things that we want, to connect with what we truly enjoy. I mean, a lot of the problems of the past they were out of a sense of burden. They were out of a sense of obligation. Those Pluto RX matters, a lot of them were like, is this what I really wanted? You know what I'm saying? And usually it's not. And before you can move into that next step of alchemy, which Plutonic energy is very alchemic, very instrumental in alchemy on an astral level, at least in my very strong opinion. Before you can move on, you need to face kind of the consequences of underserving or overserving yourself and the root reasons why those actions were taken. Usually when we're talking about like our connection with others and our connection with our own personal power, and what we give our power to or draw our power from. Let me see if there's anything else coming in the Five of Cups card reversed. Some people may be recovering either lost money, unexpected money, signs of hope along the way. I do pick that up coming up, and that's certainly helpful in these challenging economic times. Is there anything else that's coming up with this card? I think the writing is on the wall for a lot of romantic relationships. Kind of that I'm going to be okay energy, is rising to the surface for relationships that have become heavy and burdensome. The accent, the Nine of Staffs, aka Wands, upright. There's still an anticipatory fear energy to watch out for mentally. It could be along the lines of what you might call paranoia. I think it's pretty thick. It's probably that Pluto RX energy seeping through. Spirit is confirming that it is. This is being more so played out on a subconscious level. So there is a vigilant stance. Just a moment, let me see what else comes with this card. So, just a moment. It's a stay strong and be prepared sort of card. Some will be requiring that, but also keep in mind that you magnetize situations. Sometimes if you're too vigilant, you can magnetize situations on that self-fulfilling prophecy tip. I think in regards to fears of the things that you are due, that that are due to you, fear of just no longer wanting to be abused by the power abuse of others. Realizing your worthiness, I think, is a medicine here. The Spirit is confirming that's correct. So going back and reviewing your accomplishments and your successes, I think can be very good for the heart today. I don't know that it's going to help you to move forward action-wise, because the fire element is showing up underwater, even for the third placement, the soul development placement. So we are dealing with fire underwater energy. So it's subconscious, plutonic subconscious, deep, since it's plutonic subconscious review, a deep review of our actions, what prompts our actions, Spirit is saying. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next card. Four of Swords upright in the body, material matters placement, and the Sun in the as the accent card. I think a lot of people energetically, from what I'm picking up, are still recovering from the last 2 weeks. Spirit is saying of overhauls. Spirit's clarifying that overhauls are the clearing out of energies. Spirit is saying take the rest you need, but keep going. Spirit's saying you're doing fine. All right, moving on to the next card. We have the Sun I pick up a lot of excitement energy coming off of this card. It's anticipatory excitement. For some people, it's playing out, Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying this is part of the unfolding of the heart that's on its way for your individual paths. Spirit is saying, like, get your rest, but don't rest too much. Don't rest too much that you lose sight of your work. Whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is a product of the heart. Spirit is saying whatever you're fully invested in. All right, I'm being prompted to move on to the soul development placement, which is like one of my favorite placements. The Devil card reversed is there with the Queen of Staffs as an accent. What I'm getting from the Devil card energies is that a lot of people are just being ejected from situations they don't belong in. It's a little bit different than what typically the traditional, it's in line with the traditional meaning of the card, but it's a little bit different than the way I would, normally read it in a tarot reading. What it's feeling like right now, it feels like in this process of clearing out and realignment that, okay, so Spirit's saying it's making way for the good. Spirit said outworn situations are going. All right, this is really, really good news on a soul development level, because the Devil card upright is those situations, and you can definitely look at it as 3D because it's Saturnian energy that's associated with this card. It's the Capricorn energy, which I myself have a strong Capricorn influence in my chart. But at the same time, my experience under that energy is there's been a lot of pressure, and it got to the point where I beat my tests and I broke through, and whatever's been going on with this ascension process in my own patterns, it's like that energy, and I don't know if it's correct to say Saturnian energy, but that whatever fear energy was behind it at least wasn't trying to let me go. So like situations that were contrived emerged that had nothing to do with anything and really didn't connect with me in any way that made any type of sense. They kind of touched on soul. Some of these things kind of touched on soul lessons, but really it was so clear that it was like this energy just did not want me to move on, but yet I had passed my tests. So, and that's where that's when Spirit really started to come in and talk to me like big time. And this is something like, as far as like clairaudience and talking with Spirit, talking with spirits, really, seeing into the astral. These are things that redeveloped for me, like later on in life, in the past couple of years. I blocked that out in my childhood, and I was dealing with a lot of like terror-inducing. Now I know they were astral type of situations, lower astral situations, and I was very sensitive to that. And my Capricorn energy in my chart really just wanted it to just be shut off. And so I shut it off. I don't know if I was advised to. I don't remember if someone was like, it's just your imagination. But the point is, I didn't want to hear anything. I didn't want to see anything. I was cool with doing empathic readings. And I wanted to leave it there once I started getting into readings in my 20s. But yeah, this energy right here is... I'm getting like this strong vibe. Like, well, we already know this, that Spirit has won, that heart alignment has won. We're just waiting for it to play out in the 3D as these situations have continued to kind of recycle themselves. But I'm getting this vibe that regardless of how bleak things have appeared, the reality is the victory has already happened, and we're waiting for that to manifest fully here in, the earth plane, if you will. But the reality is the higher astral levels, that's where everything takes place before it makes its way here. That's why it's so important. Meditation is important. Affirmations are important. higher vision work where you're getting onto a higher frequency. If you have to utilize binaurals, by all means, utilize binaurals with, you know, you have to have like both buds for the earbuds or the headphones. Or you can do monaurals where you just listen to the one sound. I mean, I think binaurals are more prevalent from what I've seen, but monaurals exist too if you don't want to wear headphones. And they help to get you get your frequency in a certain place so you can change your vibration. So you're not locked into a lower frequency and a lower vibration. They help you to do your work, you know, and which is extremely important, I think, in these times, because we have so many other low frequencies that have, in my very strong opinion, been intentionally broadcast and put out there so that people are in a lower state of alignment if they're not extra vigilant in doing the work they need to do to make sure that their energy body is in correct alignment with their path, which is going up. You know what I'm saying? Like your whole point is to clear out and go up and realize yourself, to know thyself. And that's very difficult to do while you're under the thumb of anything. Is there any advice for the double card reverse, Spirit? Keep going. On a soul development level, you're doing very well. On a soul development level, I'll put that in quotations. I added that. Spirit saying you're doing very well. Spirit is saying, and on a spiritual level. All right. And is there anything else that's coming from it? Your rewards are coming, Spirit is saying. Moving on to the next card, we have the Queen of Staffs, aka Wands, fire element card, as an accent to this double reverse card. And the energy that I'm getting here, it's a that's it kind of energy. Just a moment. Your higher faculties that have invested themselves in a plan are clearing the way. So this is more of a higher self. Spirit is saying this is more of a higher self and visionary alignment, with the Queen of Staffs showing up for that. Spirit is saying you have the power you need to pull through. Yeah, I'm just getting like strong energy from this card that it's just like moving this out the way, moving that out the way. So, and this would be the intuitive faculty of the self, the feminine aspect of the self, the mother aspect of the self, the foremother aspect of the self. But I think where this is most aligned, I think we're getting away from distractions. I think we're getting focused on our goals, like in a way where we can be graceful as we deny access to, you know, just errant temptations that are just off course and definitely don't belong on our course. And we can go right back to what it is we need to do. And we'll get, you know, different affirmations along the way. Is there any other advice coming from this card, Spirit? Spirit is saying, be heartful. Spirit is saying there's so much to be thankful for. And that is always a strong and good reminder for being in the right heart alignment, high vibrational frequency, gratitude. What is it that you have to be thankful for? You know, we have a great deal to be thankful for. And when we can take time with that and sit with that vibration, it can grow. Anything you pay attention to grows. Spirit is also saying more opportunities will be arising that match your vibration. Okay, Spirit is confirming that this is higher vibration or lower vibration. The Spirit said, choose wisely. And Spirit says, because I asked it, you know, is there anything else? And Spirit said, be good. you know, and what better way to conclude this daily. I hope this was helpful for you today. Let me see if there's an overall energy with the paradise. This is really just the energy I'm getting. It's it's like, keep your hope charged. I think today is one of those days where you can have your head above water. You could feel the sun on your face. And without extreme attachment to anything, with a nice feeling of, kind of a heartlit detachment. I do get observer energy, at least for some. I do think the energies of today, I'm getting the vibe that it's going to connect, these energies are going to connect with the energies Wednesday. Oh, okay. Yeah, Spirit kind of gave me the vibe. It'll be your light through the dark. So feed yourself today. Go and get some affirmation videos. Get that going. Do some meditations. I have the Heart, Light, and Sacred Dark meditation, which is very useful and has helped me to sleep like a baby when the energies were so heavy I just didn't know what to do with myself. I play that now, that, you know what I'm saying? So thank you for joining. Have a wonderful, high vibrational, heart aligned day. And I will be back with a daily as the vibe strikes, and definitely when it's needed. I do intend to make the time to record readings and post them for whomever they can be useful to, that is on this heart aligned ascension journey or would like to be. All right. Peace.